Anthony, if we all keep working from home, what likely impact is that going to have on commercial real estate, the environment, and the use of blockchain technology?
Well, it's interesting. A lot of people thought that it was impossible. You had to be in the office at 8 o'clock in the morning and potentially still there, gone 6 o'clock at night, potentially with an hour to 2 hour commute each way. But interesting, even sort of companies like Barclays, that in one building in New York City, in Times Square, there's 7,000 people. And along with JPMorgan and Morgan Stanley, they've historically been the sort of pillars of the amount of space they use in New York City. I think 10 million square feet of space they take up, with over 20,000 staff. And they're actually now saying that they don't really need a footprint in terms of bricks and mortar buildings, because people can work from home. So if we're going to see companies, and I think it was James Gorman on Morgan Stanley told Bloomberg recently that the company had proven that it can operate without a footprint. Even Warren Buffett, during his annual investors meeting, said that a lot of people have learned that they too can work from home. So it's unlikely that you listening to this will actually be going back to your office before the autumn. If not, it's unlikely possibly you won't be going back until January 2021. And indeed, this is exactly what Google and Facebook have already said. We don't want the staff back until the new year. And at the extreme, Twitter have said, potentially, you never need to come back into the office, so no more commuting. So clearly that's going to have a huge impact on what governments spend their money on, the infrastructure, because there'll be less pollution, because there'll be less people travelling around, be less commuting. And what we could well see is that businesses, as they change their lifestyle, not only will there be less pollution being put out, but also there's going to be a much greater need to have the data information that you're using at home with your colleagues and back to remote locations, possibly meeting rooms, offices, things like that. They're going to have to be much more secure. And so blockchain, with its military-grade security, is likely to be a real beneficiary, and we're going to see more and more people relying on this technology.